Good morning. So last time our adventure, Sonny, Vernon, and Akumi killed some zombies and are still exploring this Wreck of the Compass Rose. My DM tip for the day is... Well, my DM tip of the day is about improving. Mostly in that, what I do is like 50% improv, okay, just making stuff up as we go along, rolling with the punches. And not all DMs do it that way. That's just my way of doing it. But I'm not saying that you should like throw away the adventure and just make things up as you go. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I do typically is I research the whole thing. I read everything we're doing that session. You know, at the beginning of the session, I read the whole adventure before I start. And I understand who all the NPCs are and what their motivations are and everything. But once we start, I like throw all that away and just make it up as we go. I try to keep everyone in line, you know. It's just why I learned like doing GURPS and stuff, because if you're slowing down every 5 minutes to like look up a rule or something, that's just not very fun. But in GURPS, there's like 10 times as many rules as are in D&D 5e. And 5e is like a lot simpler than GURPS is. It's a pretty simple tabletop role-playing system compared to the other ones I played, especially GURPS, which, like I said, has 10 times as many rules. So many, it's like hard to keep track of all the rules, and so that's why usually if there's a rule I don't know, I might just make something up and move on. But in D&D 5e, rules are so simple that oftentimes you can just as easily look it up. Especially if you're like paying a subscription to Roll20 and you have your own compendium here. I can look up any rule I want, like surprise. Oh, my caps like so is on for some reason. Surprise. Isn't that much different than GURPS actually. I'm going to keep doing what I was doing. because of GURPS, I know. To me, it's just surprise rounds. But I guess here it's just surprised as a condition. But a surprise round in GURPS, which is what I'll do if it comes up again, because it's a house rule of mine, is that there's just a round before the other rounds. You know, it's like a hidden secret round that only people who aren't surprised know about. Anyway, my thoughts about improv. It's just that, like, research as much as you can before the session, but as soon as the session starts, throw that all away. And just do the session. But you should also, you know, like, because when I'm improvising and stuff, it's not like I'm changing the adventure itself. You know, usually I'm just adding like some details that are not in the adventure. You know, like I said last time about like adding scratch marks on top of that door if people look around, or just making this room seem a lot more interesting. Just if you want to lead people through this a little bit. Because along with, like, well, the first time I did this, my first group of adventures did not explore the other rooms. Because they thought this was interesting, they just went in there and immediately, like, jumped down through the hole, which I think leads all the way down to the hold. That was an interesting game. Yeah, you see there's like another hole right here. So something, like, fell down there.